This is, I can stay cool, but as Claire said, fuck the bullshit. I'm falling apart here inside of me, but it's alright. But this is for me, it's an important message, living in the moment, because I think a lot of times I felt myself trying to figure out life, make sense of things, everything. It's like we live here. It doesn't really work. And then I decided, what actually do I want to do with my life? And for some reason, I keep throwing myself like a bait on stages in different situations with a strong desire to fail. Maybe today will be another fail, because it won't be the first one. To stand here in front of you and show you that it's okay to fail, if I will fail. Maybe it will be the best talk you've ever seen in your life, but it might be complete mess, and it won't make any sense to any of you. So, my invitation to myself is to be in the moment. And I still don't know what I'm going to talk about exactly, but this will be the subject. So, I don't know what to talk about. I'll tell you what I do, and because I live this way a lot in my life as well. I am a musician. Somehow I decided when I was really young, I wanted to play drums, and then it was completely an impossible dream to play drums for me, to see drums, because it was back then. You know, I'm going to be 40 next week, guys. So when I was young, we had like, I think it was one channel on TV, which was not even the whole day, and it was kind of all stuff. You didn't see drums. Drums for me were like, for you it will be to own 16 islands on Mars or something like that. Seriously, that's what was drums for me. And I remember when I was 13 years old, my sister took me to her friend who had drums. And I remember myself entering the room, and you know, you hear this chord and stuff. It was unbelievable. And then I decided this is what I'm going to do in my life. And from then it took me about 2 to 3 years to convince my parents to bring this beast into the house. I would not do it, but they decided after a while. And it was clear to me that I would become a drummer. And somehow I didn't listen to all the distractions from the side of, like, I remember people telling me, you have to take yourself seriously, you have to do, it's just a hobby, and I, okay. But somehow I continued. And that brought me, and just like Claire, I love you. Just like you know, I can tell you now, because I'm performing right now, these days, with two of the biggest choreographers in the UK and maybe in the world. Don't know if anybody here is into contemporary dance, Hofe Schechter, if anybody knows, and Akram Khan. I'm playing with these people. Woo! I just did Brixton Academy 2 weeks ago. David saw me on stage bashing drums like a motherfucker, having the biggest gong ever. Seriously, it's the biggest gong ever, you can imagine. It's like bigger than this wall. Shikapav! And it was so much fun. 4,000, I don't know how many people are there, 3,000, 4,000 people are, it was so fucking noisy. Amazing. But I really think, I told David, you have to come to see this, but it didn't come from here, it didn't come from bragging, it came from, I knew that you're going to have an interesting experience, not because of me, because this show is going to open your mind. And why am I saying this? I'm losing track a lot, so bear with me. I had like 2 minutes ago, I knew exactly where I'm going with this, and I will find it again. So I'm doing all these amazing things. I've been touring literally all over the world in the last few years, which was an amazing experience. My wife is a dancer, so we were touring together. But somehow, for me, the music, I understood slowly that the music is actually not the goal. Because I see a lot of times, you know, it's the music, the goal, and it's like, I want to try to show you what I can do. A lot of times, you know, if I do a workshop with music, it's like, how fast I can do drama. It wasn't for me. For me, music is a tool to connect with people. And I noticed that we just don't remember to live in the moment. And music is a great tool, and this is what I'm using right now. I'm slowly figuring out how to be in the moment, and I've done a lot of crazy shit being in the moment. I'll give you just a few examples. And I'm throwing myself, like, one example, I have a music project that all what we do, it's called After They Left, all what we do is playing in the moment. There is no plan. We recorded 3 days in the recording studio, there was nothing planned. And then we did a live show, and I told the guys, I want to stretch ourselves, I want to stretch the audience. I don't want the audience to be passive. The audience to sit there and receive from us. You're my audience, how can I challenge you? So it was nerve-wracking, just like this. I said, I'm going to fail. And that show, I was a lot in my head, but there was one moment, don't tell me how it happened, but the guys, it's Vince and Domenico who were playing, and I went to the audience. Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything with anyone right now, I don't have any instruments, but I went to a woman in the audience, and and I invited her, and like these guys are playing, and I invite her like this, and I don't say anything, I invite her like this on stage, and she's like, ooh, and you feel the audience kind of gets like, ooh, what's going to happen? And then I invite her behind my drums, like, ooh, what's going to happen? And I didn't know what's going to happen, I had no fucking idea. And then I kind of mark her to sit down, and she sits down. Ooh, what's going to happen? And I take the sticks, and I give her the sticks. Fuck, what's going to happen? And then I tell her, I didn't tell her, I just... And this woman started to play the drums. And I'm leaving, and I'm letting her play the drums, and the two guys join her. And basically I'm there like taking the microphone and starting to do some crazy shit. And it was okay. It was okay. Everything went well. I did a TED Talk, which I spoke about how the fucked up way, sorry, I'm cursing a lot, but it's living in the moment. I think we need to say fuck more in life. We need to say more fuck in life, it's healthy. Claire, we need to talk after. What was I talking about? No, but before. TED Talk, yeah. So in the TED Talk, I was talking about the way we teach music, which a lot of it goes to the head. You know, you're like, a young kid wants to play music and go crazy, they're bashing the stairs. My kids, like, I have drums in my house, piano, they're going like bing, 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 bing. And then what we do is like tell them, okay, but now you have to take it seriously. And then the teachers, and there is a great book, Effortless Mastery, which is a must for everybody to read, even if you're not a musician, but he talks a lot about how then the teachers and the parents are like, did you practice? And it becomes like a terror attack, instead of keeping it in the heart. So I did the whole talk around this subject, and then I told the guys in the TED Talk, I told them, I want to bring someone from the audience to try something with them, and I don't want it to be planned. I want to live in the moment. They didn't like that idea, of course, because you have the timing and stuff like this. They told me, maybe we should introduce you to someone, and I told them, no, I'm willing to fail. I'm willing to embarrass myself in front of 200 people, and if it's shitty TED Talk, nobody would watch it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I insisted not to know the person. So in the end I brought a person, and it was quite wild because I didn't really have time, so I did a lot of things really quick with her and stuff. But that was fine. How much time do I have?
2 minutes.
Fucking hell, what do you do with 2 minutes when you have no plan? So, I'll bring it back to you. If you feel comfortable with yourself right now, close your eyes. This is the moment, right now. It's your moment. When was the last time that you asked yourself, how do I feel? What do you notice in your body right now? Is there any pain? Is there any tension? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, sorry, I'll keep it serious because we're kind of meditating. So, living in the moment is about feeling life. All the other speakers did a beautiful job in talking about these things. But it's not about learning it, it's about stop. If people are still with the eyes closed, you can open them, by the way. It's not about learning constantly and getting more information and more information. It's about fucking applying these things. As the other speaker said, each person here is a fucking unbelievable human being. And be it, because if you're not it, you're hurting the world. If you're not playing fully, you are hurting your family, you're hurting your friends. So, there was something really deep I want to say, but I don't remember what it was. I want you to do one thing. Turn to someone next to you, please. Let's feel uncomfortable a little bit. Better if someone that you don't know. I'm gonna do you. You're on the VIP seat here. Let's keep it silent for a second. Just turn around to the person next to you and please give respect to the person. Turn fully with your body. Be in front of that person. And look. Let's keep it quiet. Look to the person in front of you, to their left eye. And please, everybody mark your left eye because sometimes there is confusion about that. And keep it silence. Keep it silence for a second, please. This is, I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's embarrassing. Let's get over that bullshit for a second. Let's get back to life. All you see in front of you is a human being, loving just like you, caring just like you, fucked up just like you. So just with your eyes, give them the beautiful, most loving care that you can give to someone. Send them your most beautiful love. And if it's a bit embarrassing, it's fine, but there is some magic that can happen just in the moment. I didn't plan to do this, it's just happening right now. And I'm inviting you to, let's just feel this moment for a second. Do you feel the love? All right. I just invite everybody. Yeah, give a hug to each other. Play fully. Go crazy. One thing guaranteed. We all die in the end. So don't take things too seriously. I love you all. Thank you very much.